Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Today I have with me Saber Spark. There he is.
Hello.
He made us late.
I'm making your mom late.
Late for what?
Pregnancy.
Stop! Why did you even engage? Why did you engage?
Walks right into it.
We also have Jack's Blade, who is cosplaying at the moment.
I'm not cosplaying. This is me on a daily basis, all right? I've just been playing Crash Bandicoot, mate, and I just feel like down in the bayou, whatever. It's not the bayou.
The Outback?
What is that? Outback Steakhouse, whatever it
Hello, Mike.
is. Let's go hunt some velociraptors and make steaks and fight kangaroos and all that. All right, let's talk.
All
Battle
right.
for the POS Podcast.
And we also have Hirasashi.
What's up, guys?
So,
So, yeah. We're going to talk about a bunch of different things tonight, and then we'll go to Q&A afterwards. But if you want to ask us questions, our Twitter handles are right there, and you can follow us on Twitter or ask us at the end of the podcast, or at the end of our topics, that is. So, I guess we'll get into topics. So the first thing I want to talk about are just a couple of movies.
All right.
And the first one is Alpha, which I told Saber about after I went to go see it. Because apparently Saber had an idea for a movie like this, and he's mad that they stole his idea.
No, they stole my idea. I was like, this is going to be a great movie. And then it was made. And I was like, oh, I guess they already did it.
It happened.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's about the first domesticated wolf back in prehistoric times during the Ice Age, where wolves started to wolves and humans started to interact with each other a lot more, and it's about this boy that kind of loses his way on a hunt with his tribe, and then they think he's dead, but then he comes across these wolves that start attacking him, and then but he has weapons since he's like an intelligent human, so he like injures one, but then he feels bad about it, so like he started like
And that's where they get you.
yeah. So it is really about like the boy and the wolf like sort of connecting, and the first like 30 minutes of the movie is more actually about like setting up the actual setting of it being in the Ice Age and in prehistoric times with
Did y'all see that?
what
Like,
what Lammy do?
I really hope it was caught on camera. Because he tried jumping on the bed and he completely fucked up and just against the side and just ran away. Someone clip that, please. I think it might actually have been caught on camera. It's pretty great.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but
So,
yeah.
How did...
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. No, I was going to ask, how does it compare to 10,000 BC? It's like natural
Oh, yeah,
predecessor.
way
right?
Yeah, but the one thing I was really impressed by this movie is actually it's like really, really well shot. Like it has some excellent cinematography in it, which I was very surprised by. Like they don't talk really the humans in the movie. I mean they do talk, but they don't talk English or like any sort of like recognizable language.
Which makes sense.
Yeah,
You know.
because written language wasn't a thing then. We didn't know how to write, so we have no idea what humans would have sounded like.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just like
So
that.
it sounds like good.
yeah. So they sort of like made up their own like kind of prehistoric language thing, and they have subtitles for like what they're talking to each other about. But it was interesting. I think if you like I guess prehistoric stuff, it's definitely worth a watch, and especially if you like dogs, because it is.
I'll
kinda
probably
like
see it after it's out of the theater.
yeah. For the wolf himself, the wolf is there's certain parts where you can tell, oh yeah, that's a real animal, but then there are other parts where it's like, okay, that's obviously CG.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because there are some parts where you can see it in the trailer too, where you see the wolf like it looks like an actual animal. But there are certain things that happen in the movie where it's like, oh yeah, they had to use CG for that. So.
All right.
But then there are some other parts where I'm like, did you really need CG for it? Mainly towards the end, where I'm like, why'd you make that CG? Which is kind of weird.
Like many different type of prehistoric animals were there? Did they show like a bunch, or is this kind of like
There's a few, but nothing too like, I guess, out there. Like it's mainly Ice Age stuff.
So it's not like the giant sloths or anything.
No, because giant sloths were in South America, and humans weren't there yet.
What about Sabretooth?
Yeah, Sabretooth are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
And you see some like mammoths like walking in the beginning where they're like setting up the different shots where like the shots again, they look really good in this movie. I was really surprised by that.
Did they just glue hair onto like elephants and make
them
walk
they're
by
CG
mammoths.
Okay. All right. Next thing, let's talk about a different kind of movie. Alpha. Or not Alpha.
Didn't wait, Alpha.
I just said it.
You said that was a
I said it because I was looking at my topics here and I read it. I was like, Alpha. I'm like, wait, that's not it.
That one newscaster is like, this guy's skilled Mount Everest, but he's gay. That's pretty great.
That was good. That was great. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, but Happytime Murders. Yeah, I went to go see that last week.
Last week.
Yeah. Or yeah, on like Friday. But it's man, I'm just trying to get over that.
But
yeah,
the
Happytime Alpha Murders.
Let's talk about something different. Alpha.
The Alpha Puppet Show.
So yeah, Happytime Murders is basically like an R-rated puppet movie, but it's a detective like mystery thing. But since it's R-rated, they do kind of feel the need to be very raunchy in the movie.
Nice.
It's not as raunchy as I thought it was going to be, but it's still pretty raunchy. Like I would even go to say it's not as raunchy as Sausage Party. And Sausage Party,
Sausage Party had that thing at the end, so
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to beat. So yeah, it's like pretty hard to defeat.
Yeah, because this movie was actually in development hell for a long time. It was passed around studio to studio, and like director to director. But now it's finally come out. But it doesn't seem to be getting a good reception, because it has like very low percentage on Rotten Tomatoes. But I saw the percentage before I went to go see the movie, and honestly, I don't think it's nowhere near what people think it is. I don't think it's a good movie at all, but it's nowhere near as bad as people are saying it is, because people are saying that like it's the worst movie of the year. And I'm like, no, it ain't. There are much worse things.
No, it ain't.
Is it better than that show, Greg the Bunny?
I don't think I watched that.
Oh yeah, that was on Fox for a long time. People in the chat, like it was like this show with Seth Green, and he like had this like talking rabbit puppet, and there were like various puppets, and it was like a dirty puppet show, like, but it was actually people interacting with puppets the same way this movie's going. So I didn't know if it was going to be on the same par as that, but okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. There's nothing that like outright made me like laugh out loud in the movie, but there was this one guy in my audience that laughed at fucking everything. Every time like a puppet said "fuck," he would laugh, and it was so annoying.
He's one of those kind of people.
Yeah.
They said "fuck."
Oh god.
Yeah. Like if you're interested in seeing the movie, I would probably say wait until like it comes out on streaming services or whatever, because I don't think it's really worth like going to see in a theater at all. But yeah, it's not a good movie. I don't think it's a good movie, but it's nowhere near the worst.
Okay.
So, and it's not as funny as like I wanted it to be.
Right.
Were there any tidbits in there that are like a hint to like the Muppets or to
Not exactly. Mainly because they kind of wanted to stay away from that.
Okay.
And disassociate like the Muppet thing with this movie.
Okay.
So that way, like, they don't hint at them being like in the same universe at all, because this is sort of like a Roger Rabbit universe where they, where cartoons live, where in Roger Rabbit cartoons live in society with humans, where puppets live in society with humans, but there's no recognizable puppets at all.
So you don't see like
since
Big
it's
Bird.
R-rated.
So you can't see like Big Bird like grabbing prostitutes and just like pecking people to death and stuff like that, just like attacking people.
All right. Speaking of things that disappoint people, apparently, a lot of people aren't very happy with Disenchantment.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I've seen like a lot of reviews and ratings saying like, oh, this is disappointing. This is like what wasn't worth, this being on Netflix or whatever. And after watching the entire show, I'm like, I don't see. I think people's expectations were like way too high for Disenchantment. And by the way, Disenchantment is the new show on Netflix by Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons and Futurama. So I don't think it's that funny, but I enjoyed the characters enough to like keep watching. There's like a Princess Bean, the elf just called Elfo, where he comes from this village that's very much like a Smurf village where everybody's named about after what they do or what they are. And then there's Lucy, which is the demon that is.
Lucy was the best part of the entire show.
Yeah, he is. He's played by Eric Andre, and he's pretty funny. And I love his design too. The way he looks like he's always 2D, where his like his hands are like always to the side like this, and his face is always to one side, where you always only see one eye. So I think the design is really interesting.
That was the most unique element to the show, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, because a lot of it's like, this is Simpsons or Futurama or whatever. It's
more so Futurama, I think.
You're right. Yeah.
It's Futurama in a fantasy setting.
Yeah. So Lucy was kind of welcome and be like, oh, that's visually different. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all things considered, like, I thought it was good. I mean, not like groundbreaking, but to be honest, I didn't think the first season of BoJack was groundbreaking either. So
yeah,
you know,
right.
Yeah, and I mean, even like the first season of The Simpsons wasn't that good. If you go back and watch it, if you go back and if it did a lot of things like back then that were like, oh, that's shocking or whatever. But when you watch it now, it's like, why is this so
tame?
Good? Yeah, it's really until the later seasons where it like gets really good.
I'm also invested in the story they got going on in Disenchantment. So we will see. We will see if it's where they go. But there's I thought it was good. I mean, I'd watch it another season.
Yeah.
Which Netflix is like, that's all we need to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody in the chat said Nerdbane said, I enjoyed it more than Big Mouth. Not very high bar though. Yeah. Like, which is so weird because the reviews I've been seeing, like, when Big Mouth came out, it got a lot of great ratings from critics, and I was like, and I watched it. I was like, "What are you on?" Because this is not that good. But then the same critics like don't really like this show, which is so weird.
Go fucking figure.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Maybe they got a beef against Groening or Groening, whatever his name is.
yeah, it's pronounced Groening. Yeah, they make fun of that in The Simpsons, where like people always say groaning.
Groening.
Well, that's what he uses for the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Is like Matt groaning. This is like a zombie thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next thing, let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and how it's been put on hold.
Oh no.
Because they apparently
Not the guy. It's Disney's fucking fault. They're the ones being
because they fired him.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of actually pretty great. In the sense of in the hubris way, where it's like, you guys really
shot
shit
yourself
the
in
bed
the
with
foot
this one.
by firing
Yeah,
James
it's like-
Gunn.
Yeah, why'd you fire him? Like, this could have been easily dealt with, and you fired him. You made it worse because you confirmed that I'm gonna find out what happened, and because before, if they would have just kept moving forward, I probably wouldn't have heard about the James Gunn tweets or whatever.
Yeah.
Even then, like, there's plenty of shit where again, like, people bring up how like Disney's like, do you guys forget about your past? You know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, let's bring up Song of the South. Here we go.
Yeah, right. Well, I never said about everything. Yeah, like Disney, you're not blameless.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, apparently, like, they met in Atlanta for filming, because that's where they film a lot of the Marvel stuff. And for pre-production. And they said to everybody, so this has been put on hold, go home.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm not sure, like, when, if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to get made, or if it's going to be delayed, or what's going to happen with that.
I feel like it's pretty integral to like the story, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, they could wrap that up with Infinity War 2 when they do that thing, but it's still one of those things where, I guess, I'll admit this, like, I enjoy the Guardians of the movie, but I'm not, like, freaking out over them, like, oh my god, there's a new Guardians movie coming out, oh my god, it's like no, so I was just like, if it's out, I'll watch it and be like, oh, that was a fun movie, but it's nothing like I go, oh, that's one of the top 5 MCU movies to me personally. It's just, I'll take it or leave it. I thought what they did was great with it, and this whole thing, I'm just like if they were delaying Spider-Man or something like that, I'd be like having a shitstorm, like what the fuck. But like this thing, I'm just like, well, yeah,
Well,
that's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm just like, well, to me, I understand some people like really love it, but to me, I'm just like, I got Infinity War 2 coming, so just that.
Yeah.
Out of all the Marvel movies I watched, I haven't watched all of them because there's too many. But I really did like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 the most. I was like, dang, this is just a solid movie, man.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, Guardians 3 was going to introduce more of the cosmic elements of Marvel. Like, there was even rumors of, like, Adam Warlock showing up. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they referenced him at the end of like part 2, so it's gonna be interesting.
At this point, they got to get shit going because, like, Infinity War 2 is, like, not even a year away from now. So
Right.
we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about a little cartoon thing from Crunchyroll, of all people.
We're talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they revealed like a like their own cartoon from Crunchyroll, which is weird because they do anime. Where they subtitle anime. Which honestly, if you want Crunchyroll, just get Verve, because that has
Verve is better
because that has Crunchyroll and Funimation and a bunch of other stuff.
Seriously, y'all
Yeah.
get Verve. Like, I'm not even sponsored by Verve, but I'll say get Verve. All right, that thing is just so. I mean,
That makes that Verb if you want to sponsor me.
Yeah, Verve. If you want to sponsor me, who always like watches your videos in the background of my video, okay, it's just one of those things. Like, I actually really do love Verve. I like watch so much stuff on there and catch up on, like, oh, I can watch it in the dub and like connect with the characters, and then there's just so much stuff. And then they got Rooster Teeth on there as well, and I'm getting them fucking ad read even though I'm not part of it. Yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah. Get Verve if you want to.
I'm trying to decide what class this girl is. Like, I see the pink hair girl's clearly the warrior. You got like your rogue hunter lady, is the elf. You got your mage. What is this girl? The little dwarf girl. Like a paladin? Paladins don't use hammers.
They do in Voltron.
Yeah, what class would you call that?
Yeah.
You can't have 2 warriors. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah. So Crunchyroll made a video about the show, but they only talked about like the making of the show and like not the show itself, which I think that's the main reason people are upset. Because they're talking about like, oh yeah, this show is going to be like, talking about like the diversity of the show and how like, oh, it's so good that we're making this show, but they didn't talk about the show at all. So,
do you think it's gonna be good, or?
I mean, I'll just have to watch it.
I know that, but I'm just like guesstimating so far. Like, would you say like I'm leaning more on this should be probably pretty good, or leaning there? Like your first impression just from the image.
From the image, like I don't know, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
So, I like the way the elf girl looks on the back there.
I like all these designs except for the pink girl. I don't really care about the pink girl, but the other three are cute.
I agree with the entire, like, I don't know. It kind of puts me off, and I feel bad because I do believe, like, in representation and stuff like that. But when a show hits you that hard, immediately, you know, it's all women. And it's like...
so
cool.
are, like, most anime.
I'm like, that's cool. Like, whatever. You know, as long as good people are getting, you know, good jobs, then sweet. Let's talk about the show.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Toon J said in the chat. They bragged about it being 2D animated, as if 2D animated shows don't exist. Which is like most animated shows are 2D. Like even now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it kind of screwed up.
Yeah, so they kept making points in the video about like things that it doesn't like help, I guess, promote the show. It just promotes them. So anyway,
I feel like anime fans are a fickle bunch where it's like they can get really pissy at times. So.
Oh, you have no idea, Sugar.
Man, anime people are they're so intense.
So intense. Bakadesu.
I don't know. Sometimes cartoon people catch up with them, though. Sometimes cartoon people are just...
No, Steven Universe
yeah,
people.
Yeah.
They
or the Voltron people.
Voltron. No, that's just a horse word there. What's up, Nick?
Excuse me.
Meanwhile, my visual novel people are all chill. Thanks, VN readers. I really appreciate it. All three of you out there.
Just call them dating sims.
They're not. That's literally.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh god! You don't get me heated. I'll get you.
Oh god.
All right. You have anything else to say about this thing? It's called Guardian Spice, right, or something like that.
I mean, all the drama about it aside, it does look interesting.
Yeah. Because I think because I saw a Twitter video by an artist that said, "Oh, they went around about this the wrong way. They should have just put out like a trailer for the show itself and not like do any of the behind the scenes stuff until afterwards, or have it come out at the same time. Like have a trailer for the show where it shows the show itself, and then do like a behind the scenes thing. But they did.
Yeah, they did. They fudged up on the on rolling it out, but no, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the same kind of thing that happened with the Thundercats Roar thing, where they did a sort of like behind the scenes thing, and people got kind of mad about that. So.
Right. You should have showed a trailer. Instead of just like Lino talking about, oh, this is going to be a great show, and blah, blah, blah. Just shut up. Just show us what you're gonna do. Seriously.
I think I'm just gonna chalk her up to being a paladin. That's all I can come up with.
Yeah.
Little blonde girl. Yeah.
All right. Next thing, talking about cartoons. Let's talk about 1 week from now. The Adventure Time finale is coming out, and they're doing an all-day marathon.
Sweet.
From like 6:15 until the finale at 6 p.m.
Hopefully they play just the good, important episodes.
Yeah, they're
so you know.
Because what they're doing is that they put this post out on Twitter and for like to vote for your favorite episodes, and so far there's like a little list that Cartoon Network Schedules Archive uncovered of some of the episodes that are going to be playing. And there's a lot of really good ones that they're going to be showing. Because they're showing a few of the like the guest animated episodes, Food Chain, which is like a great one. This from a Japanese director who did Mind Game and Devilman Crybaby, and Bad Jubies, the stop motion episode. They're also doing like showing the Minecraft episode again. Let's see, Burning Low is another one they're doing. Trying to think of some other ones because there's like a lot of great episodes listed. But I'm gonna try to watch the whole thing. They've been doing hour blocks of Adventure Time this entire week, So,
Good.
yeah, it's gonna all lead up to the finale, and I'm super
Don't
excited.
forget your flagship.
Yeah, I'm working on a video right now about the legacy of Adventure Time, and I should have it out either Thursday or Saturday, depending on like how fast I work with it. So, but yeah,
Nice.
it'll be great. I'm super
Nice.
excited.
That's gonna be good. I hope Adventure Time has a good send off. Like I hope it has like a thing. But like, all right, here, chat. You can answer this as well. But I'll ask Paleo, Saber, and Hero. When he's back now. All right. Do you think they're gonna show Marceline and Bubbly? You know, kissing. They did they did Ruby and Sapphire, and they made specifically sure that you saw Ruby was in a dress.
I don't know, because like I feel like I don't know. I almost just kind of don't really want to think about it. I just want to be like, oh, let's see what happens, because it's not like because Ruby and Sapphire seem pretty straightforward.
Right.
Marceline and Bubblegum, it's been kind of like they got chemistry, but there's a lot of like conflicting feelings between the two. Because for Bubblegum, she might be like, I'm married to my duty, so this will be friends. Or Marceline might not feel the same. Just, I deeply care for this person. I might have a crush, but I'm not going to follow through. So yeah, it's exciting to see what happens. I'm just glad that Cartoon Network's finally giving them a proper send off, because this show like is
A flagship.
it's one of the most important shows in the network.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm glad they're doing like a marathon, because they didn't do that with regular show, which I was disappointed by. So I'm glad they're doing it with Adventure Time. So, yeah,
Yeah, it deserves it.
yeah, we'll talk about it on the next episode when the finale happens.
Right.
So, anyway, speaking of finales, let's talk a little bit about DuckTales.
What spoilers?
Oh, I haven't seen this. So I'll walk away.
All right, yeah, I'll put a little spoiler tag once we like get into like the actual spoilers. But DuckTales, the first season, like it's fantastic.
It's so good.
Yeah, and the finale, it gives me like hope for the Adventure Time finale, since this finale was a 44-minute like full hour special on TV, including commercials.
It was so good.
Yeah.
The DuckTales is. I've been ranting about this with the guys. It's one of the greatest examples of like a proper reboot, where it's like you have a great percentage of like, okay, this is the nostalgia we grew up with and what made the show endearing and the characters, but let's improve them. Let's add some new elements to it. Let's take the old and new and make it awesome. They did it. They won me over, because at the very end of the episode for the finale, they had a little tune in there where I was like, oh my god, they
really care.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are fans making this. It's the Power Crush 2016. It felt like y'all don't watch this shit, or at least the people who are in charge don't care about it. There's no element really of like the old stuff that makes it like fun.
Right.
I get it. Some old things are they're outdated. You can't expect to put like Hanna-Barbera shows.
Well, fighting is not outdated.
Fighting?
Yeah. Did they fight in Powerpuff Girls like ever?
Oh.
What, in the reboot?
None of the episodes I watched. Yeah, I never saw them throw a punch. Maybe they did at some point.
Yeah,
but...
it was more of a slice of life, dumb shit kind of stuff. Where I don't know, but yeah, I thought DuckTales was great. It was really cool seeing like them incorporate Donald as well. It's like Donald was part of I think he was in the first episode of the original DuckTales, and that was it. So it's kind of cool to see like, oh wow, Uncle Donald's there. And then there's also the expanded universe, and they include characters where it's like, oh, that's from another show, but it's in this show. That's really cool. So yeah, they did a great job.
What's nice also is that I didn't watch old DuckTales, but I was told from Disney fans that Huey, Dewey, and Louie had pretty similar personalities and all that really sounded.
They were all
very similar voices too. Like,
they were all the same basically.
Yeah.
People fans might be upset. Oh, go ahead.
Whereas here, like they are all completely individual characters, and that's really nice.
In the original, they're basically just recolors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they nailed it. They did a good job, and I'm so proud of them.
They redesigned the characters that needed redesigning, and they did it flawlessly. And it's just like, jeez, man. And this new cartoon trope, like as of 2010, these new cartoons are just like, all right, let's have fun, but then let's just throw some serious at your face. Like I don't know why that trope started. I love it. I love it a lot.
That's part of my Adventure Time video because it sort of started with Adventure Time.
It did start with.
Wait, what's the trope now?
What the trope of like you start out a show and it's just like haha silly comedy slice of life whatever, and then like just in a later episode they're like no we totally have an arc going on. We're gonna throw some serious story your way pretty soon.
Yeah.
I like that trope. It makes it more engaging.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect it with some ducks. Like it's just ducks, man. But like I was like, oh gee. Oh legitimately the episode before the finale, like I genuinely cried. I was like, Paleo, I need to be right back, man. Like it was nuts. I was
yeah,
like,
that was a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you haven't watched the new DuckTales, like even if you didn't watch the original, like because I only watched like a few episodes of the original when I was a kid and like the movie, but that's about it. But this new DuckTales is like just really really good. It's a great Disney show.
No, they absolutely nailed it. It is one of the best reboots, not just from Disney, but from like basically any studio, and for quite some time. My Little Pony's a great reboot. DuckTales 2017 is in my opinion better.
It's better.
Yeah.
Because I love My Little Pony. Don't get me wrong, and I think if you're going to compare the original content to what it has become, like My Little Pony was a massive upgrade.
Yeah.
The original was. But that's why
My Little Ponytails was hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's why I give so many good points to DuckTales because that was a fucking high standard they had to meet, and they did it.
And they did it better somehow.
Yeah, they improved it. They improved it, and I'm like, wow, you all crushed it. Good job.
All right. All you have to say about DuckTales?
I want to say a lot of things, but it's spoilery, so don't worry about it.
Do you want to go into spoilers?
If they bring,
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good. No need to go into spoilers.
Okay, yeah.
People have watched the show.
I don't think we'd have
good.
enough time to anyway.
Right. You know it's a good show. You only need to talk about it.
All right, let me bring Jax back in here. All right.
I was like, who is messaging me? It's just you messaging Jax. So.
Yeah, but speaking of Disney, let's talk about Disney's streaming service that apparently is going to be called Disney Play.
Disney. That's so boring. That's so boring.
Yeah. Like, why? They could have done something a bit more clever.
What's up?
Hello.
Oh yeah, we're talking about DuckTales. So we're talking about the Disney streaming service now.
Okay.
Which there's like a list of things that they're going to put on the streaming service because they have Marvel, they have Star Wars, they have Fox now. So that's a lot.
They have everything.
Family Guy.
Everything.
Yeah. So they have let's see, they can put up a bunch of their Disney XD shows,
Star versus
the Pixar stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of quality content they can put on that streaming service. They're gonna rip it away from Netflix.
Yeah, Disney Play is so boring. Call it like Disney Unlimited. I don't know, something really anime.
Display.
Display?
Yeah.
It's like
Display.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, pay me Disney for that. There you go. Yeah. Patent pending.
No, Martha Mouser, the Fox deal actually went through. So
yeah,
they
can make an
have Fox
X-Men
now.
movie.
So that means they can put on the X-Men stuff on their streaming service.
X-Men and Deadpool and all those characters they want.
Yeah. So no news on when it's coming out though. Just what it's named.
Just what it's named, folks.
Yeah. And no idea about pricing yet.
Probably be like
if it's more than Netflix, then they might have a problem. But if it's about the same, then they'll be competitive.
How much is like Verve? Is that like $7?
It's like
why am I
$10 a month?
Isn't it 10?
Yeah.
$10. Okay.
Crunchyroll like 8. Like
Crunchyroll is like 7. I think Crunchyroll is like 7.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
why
anime.
wouldn't you get Verve then?
Why
Because they
wouldn't
have
you get
has, like,
Verve?
that and
$3
Funimation
extra.
and everything, like a
And
whole bunch of other stuff.
$3 extra. Yeah, I get like 10 extra channels. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I would get Verve.
Get Verve. No one here is sponsored. We promise.
Besides
Yeah.
Saber
Get
Sparks.
Verve.
Saber's sponsored by Verve.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Uh,
So last thing before we go on to Q&A, which we're actually making some pretty good time here.
Nice.
Something that was just announced today, which is I never thought would
The
be announced.
KSI fight.
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I could have sworn like we were talking about like Sega and how like they have all of these franchises they're just not using, and then like this gets announced. It's like what?
Very exciting. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
but it looks like it's like hand drawn sprites.
Yes.
It looks really good.
My brother and I used to play Streets of Rage a lot when we were little, all 3 of them. So, and we used to do this thing like at college, like on Fridays. We used to call it Speedrun Fridays. My college group would just pick a random game, like random old game, just like try to speedrun it. It was a lot of fun. But one day they chose Streets of Rage 2, and my brother and I were like, let's do it. Let's do it. And then we like destroyed them because we played Streets of Rage so much. So yeah, it'll be cool to play Streets of Rage again with my brother. That'll be neat.
Yeah.
I know
They
everything
didn't say
about
anything
all
about
those
like
games.
a release date or like release window or anything today. Yeah. Hopefully
It
next
looks
year.
good. I see a lot of space on that logo for some more characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Max? Where's Adam? Where's Skate? Put Skate in. Skate's cool.
Yeah.
Also, this game doesn't have the most bumping track ever. It's not Streets of Rage, so.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying if it doesn't have like the what's the name of the composer?
Oh, I don't know his name actually.
Yeah, but a lot of people were saying like if he isn't in, then it's not Streets of Rage.
It's not Streets of Rage. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
iconic music.
Anyway,
I don't know a lot of people's names actually.
I guess we can move on to Q&A now. So if you want us to ask us questions, you can ask us on our Twitter handles, or you can use the super chat. Which there were a couple of super chats. One didn't have a question because it was only a $1 super chat, but the other one did have a question. So let's take a look at what it was. So it's a $10 super chat from Connor Johnson. Thank you very much. Might I ask, have any of you seen the works of Makoto Shinkai? Your Name, 5 centimeters per second, Children Who Chase Lost Voices, and The Garden of Words. The only one I haven't seen of those ones you listed is Children Who Chase Lost
Children
Voices.
Who Chase Lost Voices.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen that one either. But the other ones, yes, I have seen.
Yeah.
I still like 5 centimeters per second the most.
You do?
Yeah, I like that one the most. Maybe nostalgia, I don't know. But...
Yeah, because I watched that like a few years ago, and I was like, this feels like a very short movie.
Short anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be. It definitely might be nostalgia, but I really like that one.
Out of those ones you listed, I think Your Name's the best. The Garden of Words though is the best looking.
She's looks so good.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous, but it's about a man that draws a lady's foot.
Yeah. But it
And then
was like,
there's
how
some
could 2D
drama.
animation look real?
A very, very pretty movie.
Yeah. All right.
The story doesn't do much for me, though. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, the story wasn't that great.
Your Name
But it
was
looks really good.
fantastic.
Yeah, Your Name's has a great story though.
It's a very,
Fucking
very good movie. I do not think it's the best animated movie ever, which some people think, but I think it's very good. It has that Ocarina of Time problem.
Yeah. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Here's a question from Evan Emanuel asking, what are some of the worst public bathroom experiences you have? Worst public bathroom experiences?
Oh, you mean like
Honestly-
when we were trying to take a shit?
Honestly, that one that we went to on the way back from BronyCon in Virginia was like.
Oh
really
yeah, that was a fucking nasty
It
bathroom.
was incredibly disgusting.
It had some
Ugh.
racist things written on the wall. I was like, oh my god.
Was it just like?
I think those were two separate bathrooms. The one with the racist things. Okay, I think it was actually in North Carolina. Maybe that bathroom was.
I think it was like on the border. Like near
Yeah, on the border. It was really gross. But the one that was racist was like in midway through Virginia, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had some. Ooh, baby. You told me
Yeah.
what was written on the wall. I was like, oh man.
Mm.
The South shall rise again.
So it's just like disgusting bathroom experiences that are like we've been a part of. Okay, all right, I got one. This happened to me back in 2010. So I just went to the beach with my friends, and all of us were having like a good time at the beach. We had a big fun time. Then we go. We were like, you know what? We worked up an appetite. Let's go to White Castle. So all of us went to White Castle, and we got some burgers. And I was just like, oh shit, I better like I gotta take a dump because I've been just out in the ocean all day. And it's just, that's how I started to feel that. So I went to the bathroom, and then like when I went to the bathroom, like I took down my shorts and I forgot that like I didn't feel it at first, but like there was all this like seaweed and stuff like in my stuff I didn't realize. So as soon as I went in there, like the seaweed just hit the floor and went splat. And like this little kid got scared and ran out the bathroom because he thought I had shit on the floor. And then like what was awful about it was I went to use the toilet, and usually I bring wet wipes. I don't use toilet paper, people. I know I'm bougie, whatever. I don't like the feeling of toilet paper. I use wet wipes, and I like ran out. So like this is disgusting TMI, but this is for the question. So what I had to do was I had to like open the stall and go to get like a paper towel from the thing, and I walked over to get a paper towel, but there was only one paper towel left, so it was disgusting. So I had to keep like reusing it, and then like there was this like old napkin by the sink, and I had to use that, and that was disgusting. And that was the most horrifying bathroom experience of my life. So there you go. Disgusting.
Public bathrooms are disgusting.
Yeah. You got any, Saber? Public bathroom experiences that are bad?
Nothing's coming to mind.
They're just generally just unpleasant.
Yeah. Especially convenience store bathrooms.
Anything, yeah. I don't know. When I worked at the gas station, I had to keep the bathroom clean. I was like, yo, I'm gonna keep this bathroom spotless AF, and I absolutely did. So you want to come to my gas station bathroom?
I got one because you just brought up the convenience store thing. This happened to me when I used to work at Burger King. This is the worst fucking bathroom experience of my life. Okay, so this is what happened. I was at Burger King doing my job. I was cleaning out the dining hall because that's what my job was for the night. And then what happened was we noticed this a girl who's clearly a special needs person walk in, and her mother walks in with her. And so she walks into the bathroom, and then like I noticed when she walks into the bathroom, she pulls her pants down. I'm just like, oh shit. And mom's like, no. She like pushes her into like a stall. And I'm just like, oh, well, I've seen this happen before in school, and it's a sad thing that special needs person. So one of my coworkers starts working like, yo man, what if she actually just went on the floor and stuff like that? And like, wouldn't that be some shit? I'm like, yeah, dude, don't tell me that when I'm like
some shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he said it. And so what happens is basically the mom comes out. She's got like 10 napkins with her. She's just like, hi, I am so sorry. And ZJ can vouch for this. He was there. Z could vouch for this. He was there. He was laughing his ass off at me because they were like, this girl, I don't know how it happened, but you remember that scene from like Daddy Daycare? Like it was like on fucking mirrors and sink and all. I don't know what the fuck happened, but she's like, I'm so sorry. I tried to get most of it up. I'm truly sorry. And then my boss just looked at me like, you got a mop bucket and I just went in there, and it was just most disgusting fucking thing. I don't know how it got on the fucking like the mirror and shit like that. And it was just disgusting. It was just absolutely horrible and disgusting. All my coworkers were laughing their ass off at me because I was the one who had to go do it because I was cleaning the dining room, and it's just yeah, that was horrible.
There were two moments coming to mind actually. When I was a lifeguard, the doors near the clubhouse would lock up at nighttime after around like 10 o'clock, and they'd stayed locked until like 8 in the morning. And a guy arrived at work one morning, and somebody was trying to pry the door open, and they couldn't, so they just took a shit in the corner of like the door. So just a big old piece of shit that's just sitting right there on the door. And I'm like, for real? Like, couldn't even go into the forest? Like, and at the last convention we went to, BronyCon, I had a pretty funny moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened there?
It's about dirty. Well, I was in the bathroom using the stall. There, this guy come in and he just starts talking up a storm. He's like quoting movies. He's like, hold the phone, and he's just screaming all this stuff like in the stall. I'm like, dude, like this is a public bathroom. Why are you screaming? And I'm like, oh, he might be special. But still, I was like holding my mouth laughing because it was just so nonsensical and ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing at the situation being so silly. And he kept being like, whoa, hold the phone! What are you talking about, bro? But I had a good giggle. I'm like, it's funny.
Well. All right. Move on to the next question. Deli18 gives a super chat. Thank you. Opinions on Stephen Carl passing away at age 43.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch much Lazy Town. That's what most people know him from, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
don't know much about it.
yeah, because Lazy Town was a bit like after our time, I think.
Yeah, it's hard.
But yeah, it sucks. What kind of cancer did he have?
Bile cancer, bile duct cancer.
Oh yeah.
Bile duct cancer. It's horrible.
Really,
he was fighting
really
it for
bad,
a
too.
while. Yeah, he was
He
fighting
went
it for a year.
into I think remission, but then it came back and got him.
It's sad thing. Poor guy. He'll always be number one, as they say. Like that. That's like actual things. So he'll always be number one for that.
There was a little meme post. I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet. Because there's an entire thing where he's like Robbie Rotten talking to Robbie Rotten, getting the ice cream. He's like, what do I owe you? Nothing. It's for free. And there was one where it had like Stephen Carl's, or it was like the world was Robbie Rotten with the ice cream going like, well, what do I owe you? And then because the ice cream represented quality entertainment, and then the ice cream guy was actually Stephen Carl's going, nothing. It's for free. And it's like, aw. So yeah, rest in peace, Stephen. You are a legend, and it's a shame that it happened. Fuck cancer, of course.
Yeah, seriously. Not like the cells at work way. That's horrible.
Stop.
I didn't. Not like that. Not. You know what I mean. Not like that. I mean, being serious. Poor guy. Rest in peace.
Sean Carney asks, do you think Cartoon Network will hit a slum like in the late 2000s after Adventure Time ends, or will they pull through like in the 2020s? Also, if they do fall, what content on the channel would resemble like how in 2009 it was live action shows? I think they'll still pull through because they
got Steven Universe, but that's about to end.
It's probably not going to end for a couple of years. But they've got new stuff now. They've got Craig of the Creek came out this year. So did Summer Camp Island. We Bare Bears is still going on.
I think they're in better shape than they were in the late 2000s.
Yeah, they're in way better shape now than they were in like 2009. So.
What about 2007? Wasn't that just like the roughest though?
Yeah, that was really rough. Like
there was nothing.
They were still waiting on Chowder to come.
Hey, but at least they still had the Cartoon City going on, and they're in 2007ish. Yeah, so that was little things. It's like okay.
I still think TV is. I don't know. When is it gonna die for real?
Yeah,
probably next few years.
Decade.
The only reason I've seen people be like, "Oh, you don't have TV," is to watch sports. I don't watch sports.
Sports the big one.
I don't watch sports. I'm not a loser. Like I don't.
What are you? Fuck off. Yeah, mate. All right.
Deliatine asks on Twitter, opinions if there exists a crossover of Little Witch Academia and My Hero Academia. They both have academia in their title, so you know.
And Akko and Deku could get along great.
No.
You know, there's actually there has been sort of a hint of a little thing in OKKO of all things.
Right.
That there one of the rival schools of one of the I forgot what the name of the school was in OKKO, but they mentioned the school from Little Witch Academia, which I was like, what? So that was interesting.
Well, Captain Planet's canon in that show, so of course.
Yeah.
Why not? Anime as well.
I don't like Akko, so she can't be in any more things.
Make the main character Diana.
Oh my god.
All right. Peterson Muldoon. Wow, Muldoon. Weren't you like just dressed as like Muldoon earlier from Jurassic Park?
Is that his name?
Yeah, Robert.
Is that his name?
I
thought it was Brant.
Huh? Oh, well, you were talking the like the accent though, so I thought you were doing Muldoon.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because Muldoon also has the hat. He's the guy that like went after the Raptors.
Yeah, he was in the second one, Lost World, right? Or no, not in Muldoon. The guy in the first movie was like Clever Girl, right? Yeah, Clever Girl. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, get off topic. Peterson Muldoon asks on Twitter, would you guys ever consider watching or reviewing Three Caballeros if that show leaked? People have said it's good it's as good as the new DuckTales. Really?
That's high praise at this point.
Well, that is high praise.
Yeah, because I'm not sure like why they're not showing it here at the moment. It's only overseas.
What, the Three Caballeros?
Yeah.
Like, that's not like Is it the same style as DuckTales?
Not exactly.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, the crossover thing, like, that would be even better.
Yeah.
Let me see. Three Caballeros, whatever. Three Caballeros.
When you say overseas, where overseas is it airing?
North Korea.
They always get the good stuff.
TV.
Let's see. Mirth Mauser asks on Twitter, did you guys know that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is currently the best-selling game of 2018 on Amazon and isn't even released yet?
Wow, really? Jeez, it sold that much?
Yeah.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Because Monster I know I like Monster Hunter Rico, but like Monster Hunter World sold a lot. So Smash already sold that much and more. It's not even
Smash is it's gonna be a big game.
Yeah, I'm
like literally and like financially. So yeah, I'm super hyped for it. Let's see. Did you hear from Super Irv X3? Did you hear that they're making a Gallagher animated series by the same animation company that does BoJack Horseman? It may come out 2020 or late 2019, from what I heard. What do you guys think? An animated series based on Gallagher? Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. I got no opinion either way. That's just one of those things that popped up.
Enigma Royal Princess. So what are your thoughts on the Jacksonville shooting over Madden 19 that happened yesterday? Yeah,
it's just sad.
Yeah, it's super sad. Yeah, because like I found out about it after going to the theater yesterday, so that was like,
Yeah. Just sad, depressing.
It does make me paranoid about like what's going to happen at like a convention I might go to.
Right. Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm enough of a background character where no one will notice. Can y'all not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Ozzy All asks, are you excited that Universal is finally getting a DreamWorks Ants and Prince of Egypt release on Blu-ray and digital download? Yeah, I saw that like Prince of Egypt's finally getting a Blu-ray release, which is great because I'd love to have it a physical version of it in high definition.
I need to watch the movie when I'm not very, very tired because it seemed good, but both times I tried to watch it, I was like so tired.
What, the Prince of Egypt?
Yeah, so I fell asleep both times. Not because of the quality of the movie, because I was just really tired.
That's how I am with Wall-E. Like, I need to catch that movie like at a good time. Matter of fact, I could probably watch it after this. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mirth Mauser asks, so are there any of you guys buying Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate for the Switch? It comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
So I played the demo, and I was like playing the demo, and then I was like, I better not, because like it's just mainly because it's going to take up so much time, and I don't really have that time at the moment. Because I do like Monster Hunter, it's just that Monster Hunter is such a time sink.
Yep.
So, sorry, Hero.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sink my time.
Yeah. But I will be getting Spider-Man next week.
Yes, that I am hyped for as fuck. Because Spider-Man PS1 game, favorite video game of all time. So I can't wait for this one. Like, I just want it to be good. I haven't had a Spider-Man game I've like loved since I was talking about this earlier. Man, since we're on the Spider-Man topic, like I love Spider-Man, the PS1 game. That's my favorite game. Then Spider-Man 2: Enter Electra. That was fun. It was good, fun game. I still enjoyed it. Then Spider-Man the movie game 2002. That was a really cool game. It's just cool. Spider-Man 2, the one where you're actually doing the web shooting like Grand Theft Auto. That was fucking amazing. Like that was incredible. And then Ultimate Spider-Man where you got to be Venom. That was awesome. And I haven't I played all the PS3 ones, and Web of Shadows was cool, and the one where they got Christopher Daniel Barnes, the Spider-Man from the 90s cartoon, and Josh Keaton to be like spectacular Spider-Man to talk to each other. That was cool, but it wasn't like anything where I was like, oh, I'm in love with this game. I'm not in love with it. I haven't been in love with this Spider-Man game since Ultimate Spider-Man. So I'm really hoping this game can do it. And if they have DLCs that you can be Venom, that'd be even doper. So please Activision, whoever's doing it.
Oh no, it's Insomniac.
Insomniac,
who made the Ratchet and Clank and Spyro games.
Yeah, exactly.
And they did Resistance and what's another thing they did? They did something else. But they're working under Sony to make this one, and from everything I've seen, it looks great. So
yeah, it looks good. It looks amazing. Looks spectacular. Looks ultimate.
Wow.
Superior.
Superior.
Yeah.
I'm going back to earlier questions now. Conductor Pat asks, question for the POS podcast. What are some series that have greatly influenced you? For me, it's Thomas and Friends and Batman the Animated Series. What are inspirations? Which are inspirations from a writing career, not just not the same series.
I don't do anything related to animation aside from pony music, but I'm trying to think of other ways they may have influenced me.
Greatly influenced me? I mean, definitely the pony stuff influenced me a lot because it made me start making videos.
All the anime I watch makes me want to work out harder. So it's just like Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, all this shit. It's just it makes me want to train harder and be strong like my heroes I'm looking up to. So I would say definitely any of those things.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Saber?
The Cartoon Friday stuff that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Saturday mornings.
John asks, what are your thoughts on Allora's design in Spyro Reignited trilogy? It looks
people
adorable.
Really like that thing.
A lot of people like it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'm way more excited for the Spyro trilogy than I was for Crash because
Crash.
Whoa, you're just mad.
I was playing it right now, so that's why I'm mad at it. Fuck this game. Stupid game cheating.
Ryan Walterson asks, aside from Voltron, what DreamWorks TV shows have you seen? I'd recommend Troll Hunters. I've heard mixed things about Troll Hunters.
I've heard mixed things, yeah.
But I haven't watched really anything. I know that when I was visiting Saber once, we watched an episode of Boss Baby Back in Business. It was so weird.
Oh, you mean like the Penguin show they did and the Kung Fu Panda
or
show?
Anything produced by DreamWorks. They released that Captain Underpants show on Netflix. I haven't watched that yet. I'm not sure if that's any good.
Yeah. But then they had the How to Train Your Dragon series. That was actually surprisingly decent for what it was.
We only watched 3 episodes, maybe 2 actually.
Yeah, that was all right. I didn't see much of it, but I liked what I saw. Oh.
Ryan Walterson also asks, which kids film would you rather be forced to watch? Garbage Pail Kids or Oogie Loves?
What are those even?
Oogie Loves. That's freaking Corey. That's Corey's thing, Ryan. I know what you're doing. Corey loves that Oogie Loves bullshit. So yeah. Garbage Pail Kids is this. Yeah, well, him and co-host went to see it at a midnight premiere.
Oh,
it was one of the most insane experiences they ever had. So they always reference yo, you gotta go see Oogie Loves, man. That shit was crazy. So that's why it's one of those things. I would definitely, probably Garbage Pail Kids. I used to watch Garbage Pail Kids. It's a disgusting movie, but I would definitely watch that just for nostalgic effect. Oogie Loves was just like, I'm too old for this shit. What Corey's talking about, this shit's stupid.
All right, let me see some different people here. Caesar Armando asks, "What's your favorite forgotten power from any show? Like a power that appeared once, or it's not used again. Example: Piccolo ability to become giant while retaining his speed, or the demon dude in Dragon Ball that could make you explode if you
blow
had
up someone's heart."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good question. Because it's
like
just
a
like
power that only like appears maybe once or twice.
Yeah, it's like you should do that more often. That's a really powerful power. You should do that more often. Fuck. Oh god. Fuck. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of a show that has like stuff like that.
Is there anything in Little Witch you can think of? Or because I'm just going through.
I don't know. Let's see here. See, Evan Emanuel asks, do you think Nickelodeon will create or pick up more animated shows in the future, or will they double down on SpongeBob and their live-action shows? Well, now that, like...
Former, it looks like it.
Yeah, now that, like, things are changing with Nickelodeon, I feel like they're going to go towards a lot more animation. So, I'm hoping that it's going to go that way.
Let's see. Let's see.
Daily 18 asking opinions on Comedy Central getting the rights to air BoJack Horseman on their channel this September. Wait, really?
Is that a thing that happened?
Are they doing that?
Let's look. Let's see. Comedy
like,
Central,
are they airing like the new season, or are they just like airing?
I don't think they're airing the
episodes?
new season. I think they're airing older episodes. Like the new season's going to be on Netflix, but they're airing like older episodes because it's such a popular show. Comedy Central, BoJack Horseman. Yeah, let me see this. Comedy Central acquires BoJack Horseman from Netflix.
Daily 18 in the chat said just syndication.
Yeah, so okay, that's good. Then more people get to see it if they don't have Netflix. They can just watch it on cable.
Mirth Mauser asks, so Netflix confirmed they are making a sequel for their live-action Death Note movie. Any thoughts? I still haven't watched that.
It's quality. Quality. That's really all I gotta say about that movie. I watched that movie. I watched that movie with no sound the entire way through.
Really?
And like, I now I don't want to watch it with sound. I feel like we're doing it.
Gumball asks, do any of you plan to catch the Pokemon anime 24/7 stream on Twitch?
Is it? Weren't they doing that right now? Like they're doing it right now. Right?
Now?
I could have swore I saw like a Pokemon. Like I saw like Misty yelling at Brock and Ash. I don't know if it was a random stream, but are they doing that right now?
Yeah,
I think it's on. I think it's on right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Because from what I heard is that it's going until like into next year. But if it was going 24/7, they would finish in like a few weeks.
15 days.
Yeah.
2 weeks. That's all the Pokemon there is.
Like if you play them back to back.
Well, it's like 1,500 episodes.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Still like 1,000 episodes.
They're only 20 minutes long too.
Yeah, but if you play them back to back, it's like 15 days or something like that.
So like they probably have to play
but if because what I heard they were going into next year. If that's the case, then they'd play like a certain amount of episodes a day.
Yeah, because they can stretch it that far.
But then that's not 24/7. That's literally not what that means.
Well, they could replay the same 3 episodes over and over, and then like when they get the next day, like there you go. They did that with Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
Let's see. Gumball asks, did any of you see the recent upload of the Dover Boys cartoon remake on YouTube? Oh,
yes,
did they finish?
Did. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, I gotta see it because I recently watched another reanimated thing. I watched the Mario Brothers one they did like a year or two ago.
The Dover one is on point. It is very good.
And they're doing one for Donkey Kong and Kirby, for those shows. But the Dover Boys, since that's like a shorter show anyway. Or a shorter, it's a short. So yeah, I'll have to look at that later.
Oh, you missed this fun question. Or maybe you asked it and I wasn't paying attention.
What question?
Oh, Enigma Prince, he asked, what is either your best song in a bad movie or your worst song in an amazing movie?
Best song in a bad movie or worst song in an amazing movie?
Yeah.
Best song in a bad movie, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor and Jason X.
Oh my
Let's
God.
see, what else?
I was thinking more musicals.
Musicals? Oh. Like Sweeney Todd, Little Shop of Horror. Stuff.
I know. You Pendy in Lion King 2. That song's so dumb. I hate that song.
Deception. Disgrace
song's
and Lion
godlike.
King 2. That's a good song in a bad movie, so there you
Hey,
What?
go. Come at me, bro.
I would, but you're not in my state.
All right. Let's see. Sean Carney asks. I'm going to ask another one. I'm sorry. Let's see. No, don't be sorry. Asking questions is what this is about. Do you think it's a natural part of the movie industry for companies to have periods of highs and lows, or do you think that at some point the industry will eventually be able to produce consistent content?
You know how hard it is to make a good movie? Like, I've heard that like so many times. It's like really hard to make a good movie. Like, you could be writing something and you think it's genius, and then you could like give you the actors just like doing what they have to do, and they may put their heart into it, and like, oh, I think this is good, but then they see it all back to back, and it's like, oh, this is not a good movie. So I think it's just one of those things. Like, it is just so damn difficult.
That's what,
to make
or it could be the opposite, where they think, oh man, this is gonna be terrible. I mean, that's what happened to Star Wars.
Exactly. That happened in Star Wars. So it's just one of those things. Like, it is really difficult to make a solid, good movie. Like, it's just, oh my god. So I think it's just a period of high low. Like, you can't just like catch that in a bottle. Like, oh yeah, this is the way to always make a perfect movie, because then people will start complaining like, oh well, it's just like everything else. Oh, it's whatever. You know, it's kind of this. I see that trope every 5 minutes. So it's just like whatever. It's difficult.
Super Mega Monkey asks, what is your favorite movie to watch when you're sick, or when you were younger, or what did you do when you were sick from school in general? I watched Nick Jr.
I watched Nick Jr. too.
Yeah.
I watched Nick Jr.
Okay,
I was watching
the
PBS. Oh god.
Yeah, like if I'm
Jr.
sick from
PBS.
school, I was like, oh, I gotta watch all the like kids stuff that's on TV right now.
Hello there, face
It
here.
was almost like hi there, face here.
Face here. I miss Face before he got
You
killed.
watch Bear in the Big Blue House.
I watched like whenever I was at school, it was always like whack stuff that I eventually kind of came to appreciate, like Captain Planet. Like,
Well, do they?
This is cool enough.
Do they still play Nick Jr.?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
I've seen it in a while.
Is Face dead?
Yeah, Face is dead, but I didn't think they still do Nick Jr.
I'm so happy. It's so happy though. That was like, oh.
Come on.
Okay. He always changed colors. I was like, well, look at this diverse man. We're just throwing diversity.
He was so cool. Face, poor Face.
Ryan asks, who's your favorite Muppet and favorite Sesame Street Muppet?
Animal. Animal's my favorite Muppet. I love him. Yeah, Animal.
He's not
I
in
love
Sesame
that
Street though, is he?
No, that's
Muppet
he said
and
Muppet.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, Muppet and
I
Sesame
thought
Street
Muppet was different.
Yeah.
I thought Muppets and Sesame Street were like the same universe but different things.
Yeah. But
So
he's saying
Cookie
like, what's your
Monster
favorite
and-
Muppet, and then what's your favorite Muppet from Sesame Street?
Yeah, and he's
Well,
an
I-
animal.
But,
Oh,
but
yeah,
Animal's
well-
not in Sesame Street.
Cookie Monster is my favorite.
Right,
Cookie
Cookie
Monster, Sesame
Muppet.
Street one. So,
Yeah,
so
no,
Cookie
no,
Monster and
no,
Animal.
like favorite Muppet from the Muppets and favorite Muppet from Sesame Street.
Oh,
They're two different
Animal.
Yes,
and- okay.
animal from Muppets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
All right, no, everyone shut up for a second. Let me think. All right, so what we're saying here
No,
is
like,
you
favorite-
saying
favorite
Muppet from the
Muppet-
Muppets.
yeah, favorite Muppet from the Muppets and favorite Muppet
Oh,
from
I don't think-
from Sesame Street.
What,
Wait, like
are they
they're
even
in
called
both, you
Muppets
mean?
on Sesame
Yeah,
Street?
Animal
I thought
isn't
that
in
was-
both. Oh, Animal's only in the Muppets.
Yeah, Animal's only in the Muppets, but like, remember, like when Kermit went over to like Sesame Street,
Yeah.
like, were they really? I didn't think the things in Sesame Street were called Muppets as well. I thought they were just like part of Sesame. I don't know, like Sesame Streetians or something. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. Okay, well, all right. To answer this
Wait,
question, Cookie Monster and Animal. Those are my two favorites.
I'm so confused. Your favorite Muppet in Muppets? That's one half of the question, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said animal.
Yes. And then I said Cookie Monster was my favorite from Sesame Street.
Why were you so mad when he said animal?
I wasn't mad.
Like, I thought you were like, no, that's not an answer to the question.
Okay,
it sounds like you were just confused.
I was confused. Anyways, Muppets. Yes, Animal is my favorite Muppet because he's cool. I like Animal.
Yeah.
And also he played the drum. Excuse me. Oh no, that's gonna come back. But he played the drums with Buddy Rich, and that's the coolest shit ever. And favorite Muppet?
Sesame Street.
For
me, it's Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. That man's just so misunderstood.
I'm gonna say
he's a veggie monster now. He doesn't eat cookies anymore because
are you kidding?
Sesame Street.
The Count, I guess.
1, 2, 3.
So dumb.
That Count because his name is fucking fun.
Oh, two that are really great. Like somebody said in the chat, Bert and Ernie, or like their dynamic is great.
Oh, shut up now, oh, come on, Ernie. Don't eat cookies in the bed. No, Bert.
Anyway, let's see. What's a song to listen to once a good series comes to a close for good, like Adventure Time, for example? Oh, jeez.
Closing song?
Closing time.
Wow.
Closing time.
Wow.
Closing time. This is a good song.
I don't know. I usually listen to something from the series, probably, provided it had music.
Let's go to the garden.
I might make a little Adventure Time playlist once it ends.
Man, you got it bad for this show, dang.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad. I have a feeling I'm gonna cry. So, yeah.
Especially if they do what they said they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I just know once Ponies finishes, I'm gonna be like, uh-oh. I hear it. I feel it.
What if it's shit, though?
Yeah, what if it's a shit ending? What if it wakes up and she was like dreaming the entire time that she was an alicorn?
Like, damn, girl, you slept for it 9 years?
15 years, Twilight. Oh god.
Aiden Osman asks, this is a question for all you guys. What advice do you have for someone in high school who feels numb and just feels like they're going through the motions?
You're still young and you have so much life ahead of you. Like, that's something I had to keep telling myself when I was growing up is like, well, I'm not hitting, like, why am I not, like, doing these amazing things or feeling amazing? And it wasn't until my late 20s I finally started to find myself. And even then I still feel like this, like, journey and road ahead of me. So as probably tired as you are to hear this, you're still young. Give it time, grow, go to college or get a career and just keep growing. You have so much time ahead of you to keep working on yourself. Don't feel like you're running out of time because you still got time ahead of you.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, he hit every point. They can't
There's
even
a good quote I heard about this. Hold on one second. Let me find it. There's a good quote.
There's still some days I feel like I'm going through motions and not really getting anywhere. But if I like do a little something every day, like I advise like something I would do in high school is I would just draw or write and like try doing something creative every day. And that makes it feel less monotonous, especially in high school. So,
whenever you feel overwhelmed, just remember when your peace and security grow, anxiety and panic will shrink. So, like, remember, as long as you have that in your arsenal as well, that helped me a lot.
Source
when I was
that. Source that. Who said that?
Source fat.
No, Sora's fat. Sora's not fat. Said source that.
Source that. Okay.
Who said that?
Oh, I don't know.
Someone.
Someone said it to me in high school. Someone said that shit to me in high school, and I was like, that's always stuck with me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Got a couple from Ozzy here. Thoughts on Gravity Falls creator Alex Hirsch Inc.'s overall deal with Netflix? Yeah, he's doing like something for Netflix. I'm not sure like exactly what it is. I just heard about it.
Who isn't doing something for Netflix these days?
Yeah.
Perfectly honest, it's the place to be from the sound.
Right. Yeah.
And
he's cool. I want to see what he's doing, I guess.
And Ozzy also asks, what did you think about the new Cyberpunk 2077, the video, that gameplay video that was released today? I watched the entire thing earlier today. It looks really good, but I have my concerns because there's some things in the game about the overall world where I'm like, I don't believe you. Where I'm not sure if like this is like actually going to be in the game or not. Whereas like this seems like too impressive to be in a game, as far as like the way the world interacts. So I'm like, though this game has been in development for a very, very long time. So yeah, we'll see either next year or the year after, whenever it comes out. So
right.
Anyway, Caesar Armando asks, what is your opinion on the fact that now they say a show or game is murdered or killed when they fail? What?
You mean like how people say like that's a dead game?
I guess. Though there is this one, there's this one YouTuber, I forgot what he goes by, because I started watching a few of his videos, and he talks about games. It's like, this thing didn't fail; it was murdered. It's the way he titles his videos.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I can't say much.
Gumball asks, this, I'm not sure if the question for me or anybody else on the show, but thoughts on the new Doctor Who season? Because I don't watch Doctor Who.
I stopped watching Doctor Who after Matt Smith, so...
The last one I saw was like in the 90s, and there were like these R2D2 things chasing him upstairs, and they couldn't get upstairs.
Daleks.
Yeah. There you go, the Daleks. You will bow down before the Supreme Dalek. Oh, that's what they look like. I know, that's the only one I've seen. Like, I was just like, okay, like they're these little robot
Every
things.
British person knows about the Daleks.
I just forgot the name. Okay, they look like R2D2 and you shot them, and then they shot.
I'm like paleo to sabering you right now.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's our
What?
dynamic.
Are you making that a thing?
What? I have the beard of the group, so that's why. Sabers. Yeah, okay, I'll be Saber in the situation.
Also,
what's fucking happened, bro?
Also, Ozzy asks, what do you think about the Adventure Time series finale DVD that is reported today? It was actually like revealed like way before. I'm not sure like why people are talking about it now. But yeah, they're doing like a final seasons DVD where they're putting all the final seasons on one compilation DVD thing.
Why don't they just put the whole series on a compilation thing?
Maybe
like,
eventually. But it's weird because the season 7 they only put that on DVD and not Blu-ray, even though the previous 6 series were put on Blu-ray.
You know, I want them to do that with the Powerpuff Girls, put it all on Blu-ray.
Yeah, they do still have the like the DVD set though.
Yeah, I have the
they recently announced that Batman the Animated Series is getting a Blu-ray.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
perfect.
so-
Avatar just got a Blu-ray like in June, so that's
Though
perfect.
it does confuse me with the series like that, mainly because they're standard definition, like they aired in standard definition.
Right.
Yeah.
With
So it's
Adventure
like-
Time, it makes more sense to be on Blu-ray because it was one of the first HD shows, or
Right.
HD cartoons. So yeah, it confuses me why they're not putting them on Blu-ray. Anyway, let me see if there's anything else before we go. Jonathan Marks asks, hey, what if Cartoon Network brings back the cartoon brand? And 2 thoughts on OKKO big crossover. With what?
Isn't it a big crossover with like various shows they're doing? Like various Cartoon Network shows?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, but the cartoon brand, there's still some shows that like end with that sort of thing. I know that Adventure Time, a regular show, actually ended with that. where it was like dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Cartoon.
Yeah. Like there are shows that are out now where they could like have it under that branding, but I'm not sure if they just don't want to go with that anymore. I'm not sure why.
Oh, it sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Like it's just like that. If it's not there, it feels bad.
It's like I miss old Cartoon Network.
Yeah, same here. I miss that a lot. Like I think about like the Cartoon City all the time. And I'm just like, you can't do that these days because there's not enough good characters.
Man,
okay,
speaking of things you can't do these days, when you're watching Goof Troop, I was like, can't do that or that or that.
Oh god, no, you can't do so much. Like I was watching this Goof Troop episode yesterday because for the chat, me and the guys we were watching Goof Troop just because we realized freaking Peg cheats on freaking her husband Pete all the time with Goof.
Yeah,
like
all the time.
Just blatantly. She's just making out with him, kissing him, groping on him. And we were watching shows and I'm just like, yeah, there are certain jokes like where you said this is so 90s-esque, but also you can just like see how the comedy has evolved over the years because it's just like, this was funny back then, but nowadays if you tried that, it's just like, oh no. Like they had this episode with this girl named Debbie who's fine as hell. I don't think she's well, actually she is. Payla explained this to me, but it's one of those things where she was hot as hell. She was hot. The point is, so she was like pretending to be. She is Goofy's niece. So Max's cousin, and so she was going over to the house, and Max was like, "Oh shit, I need to get into this burger place so I can like think because this bully won't let me in." And so she pretends to be his girlfriend, and they do all this like clingy stuff, and it's just like, "Oh, that's some hillbilly nonsense." But then like the bully is just like grabbing her and just like, "No, you're gonna be my girl," and it's just like, "Can you get away with this on TV these days?" like so uncomfortable, just
weird.
All
right, I'll end on this. Del18 has a question. Says, so that Adventure Time Bloons game is out on Friday. Do you plan on streaming that game soon? Streaming mobile games seems difficult. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to like stream it if it's like a mobile game. Unless they have it some way I can stream it like on Chrome or whatever. But yeah, I saw it on my on the Google Play Store because I was like bored the other night and just looking through games on the Google Play Store, and I saw that was on there. So yeah, I'll probably play through it though, but I might not stream it. I'm definitely going to be streaming Spider-Man when that comes out though.
Yes, I'm going to be streaming the fuck out of Spider-Man. I'm going to be doing that all day.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. So thank you for asking questions and staying with us during the show. And yeah, next time we'll talk about the Adventure Time like marathon and finale and stuff. And,
that'll be all you, yeah.
And what movies are coming out? I don't know.
Movies don't come out.
Yeah, I don't
My
think
Hero
there's
Academia
much
is
in
at the
September.
end of September.
Oh my gosh, we have to order those tickets. Shoot.
Yeah, you better hurry. Those things sell out fast. Like my theater's already sold out.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell me
North
what
Carolina,
time's
like whatever.
best for you.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, so we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for coming out. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.